There we go. Better turn that down, I'll say. Silent mode on. There we go. There we go. Alright. I think we're live. Hope so, at least. Okay. Get all my little things up here. I'm not sure if you can do this while you're live or not. I'm gonna give it a go around. Must be so bogged down I can't even run a internet speed test. Woo! She bogged down. Running about 2. Uploading at about 4 or 5. Alright, maybe we'll be alright. We'll see. What's up, Angel? I am having internet lag issues. So we shall see how this go. What's up, Queen? Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie, I am surprised that you're still up this late. No, 'tis not good. Oh. I did not get the pleasure of taking a nap. I stayed awake after I left the place of business today. It was so much fun. We're doing alright. Courtney is in the other room watching Encanto, I believe, trying to get the littlest one to fall asleep. Because she don't want to do nothing but watch Encanto, I guess. Or Sonic, or, whoever it is. Took the girls to watch Sonic in the movie theater yesterday, and they loved it. I, however, have realized how old I gotten because we took them to a big movie theater during a later show, and there was a lot of older kids, like teen kids that was being loud. Not really rowdy, just loud. Which was, I think I would have probably done the same thing when I was about their age. Yeah, the girls loved Sonic. Especially this new one. They absolutely loved it. Had a good time. But, a lot of what the movie theater's about is, the experience and whatnot. Sorry, my phone going off. Don't need that mess. It was highly recommended. I will highly recommend going to go watch the Sonic. It was a good watch. We watched the very first one the day before the world stopped. We watched it the day before COVID broke out because it came out, I think, on Valentine's Day 2020. We actually saw it at a Thursday matinee, which just so happened to be the day before Friday, the 13th, in March 2020, when the world shut down. So I told Courtney that since we saw the first one the day before the world shut down, what's going to happen after we see the second Sonic? And so far today, nothing happened. So, maybe it's just a fluke. Still, we bought the first one as soon as it came available. Yeah, they say he says he's gonna be done after this one, but or he's gonna be done acting altogether. But I don't know. I don't know. He is like 60 now. He probably wants to be done with it. He's running up on retirement age for regular people retirement. And if I was as successful as he is with the monies that he has made, I believe I'd be looking at retirement at his age as well. 60's a good run at working. He's been doing it since early 90s, I believe. He was on the all the Wayans run that show, and I cannot think of the name of it right now. He was a fire marshal. Was it Fire Marshal Bill? I think was his name. Can't remember the name of the show. Wasn't Living Color, was it? Yeah, Living Color. Yeah. It was Living Color. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that was like late 80s, early 90s. Somewhere around in there. Had like most of the Wayans in it, if not all of them. They had another show, and it was just the two of them, or it was only two of the Wayans, and the dad from the Friday movies was their dad also, and they were. I can't remember the name of that show. It might have been called the Wayans Brothers. I don't remember, but it was a good show too. I watched that one every day after school because it was Syndicate or whatever. It was a good show. I never saw him do Vanilla Ice. I never saw that. I've seen a lot of his Saturday Night Live skits and stuff. They were pretty good. Whenever they let him be free and let him do whatever he wants to do, sort of. I'll have to check it out whenever he was Vanilla Ice. I really like when he was the lifeguard in the hot tub. He like initiated lap swimming and all this other stuff in a hot tub. It was pretty good. He was real good at the sketch comedy deal. As he's gotten older, he's had a few more flops than he did when he was younger. Maybe not taking as many chances, and the movies just not ending up as good. But Sonic, he did real good in Sonic. I thought, played the character very well. I don't think anybody else could have done it. I don't think anybody else could have been a good Dr. Robotnik like Jim Carrey. Definitely the best. Stephanie, how did you get the ability to take a nap today? Or did you just fall asleep in a chair? I would have liked to have just fallen asleep in a chair. I think that would have been pretty cool. Just, pretend like I'm doing something and just knock out. That's what I like to do. That's how I like to roll. It don't happen very often, but that's how I like to do it. Maybe Stephanie fell back asleep. She said, I'm done with this fool here. Ooh. It gets bright. There we go. I didn't get to take a nap either. We had stuff all day. Like, as soon as I got out of work, we had stuff the whole day. We got this new store. It's called Gabe's. I think they're pretty much many places. We went in there and they ain't been open but maybe about a month. Went in there and the dang line to check out was like wrapped like 3 times in like a zigzag pattern. Went up and down and up and down and up, and then like there was a really long one direction, and we just left our stuff. So we don't need it bad enough to stay here and go shopping today. We done collected a bunch of stuff in the buggy and everything. Just left that joker. Said we ain't doing it. But Gabe seemed like an alright place, but we did not have the time to sit there for the 17 hours it would have taken to get through the line. Shake my head, indeed. Indeed. Mm-hmm. There we go. Try and get all my stuff straightened out on my computer here. I'm tired and my brain's not working as good as it should be. Well, Queen, was your week better than it was last week when we talked to you? Because I know you'd had a hard at least last Saturday was a hard day for you. I remember you talking about it. Was it at least a better day or a better week than you had last week? You know, it didn't sound real good. Last Saturday. Hope it got better for you. Good. Good. Lots better is what I like to hear. It's always good when it's lots better. Excuse me. Got them old yawns. Need to quit that mess. Mess ain't no good. Yawning is one of the signs of withdrawal. I believe I am withdrawing from sleep. I always said that it's your brain not getting the correct amount of oxygen is what it's caused from. But I don't think anybody actually really knows what a yawn actually comes from. What's up, T? May be a calm month. I don't know. You got the 5th of May up in there. Also, May the 4th. So you got some celebrating holidays back to back there. The 4th and 5th. Better dress up as a Chewbacca or a Wookiee or a Darth Vader. You know, something on May the 4th. What was that? I think that's Wednesday, I think. Because Monday's the 2nd, so Tuesday's the 3rd, yeah. Signed. I don't know what a safe harbor shift is. What is a safe harbor shift? Please explain that to me. Wait a minute. 9 on a telemetry floor? Are they all telemetry? Are all 9 of them telemetry? And then 3 of them are heparin drips. 2 of them are confused. I hope that the 2 that are confused are also not on heparin drips. And 2 on G tubes. I hope that 2 out of the 3 on both situations are not the same individual. Like out of the 3 heparin drips, 2 of them are confused and both of them are on G tubes. That would be ridiculous. Ugh. Cinco de Mayo. I'd like to eat a bunch of tacos on Cinco de Mayo. I do not drink. Do not drink nor dress up like drinking. I just do not do it. But 9 on a telemetry unit. All of them are tele. So you got to run strips on that too. Oh, that sounds ridiculous. Oh, we got a visitor.
Move the keyboard a minute. Go back there.
Okay. Hey. Here, let's talk for a second. Wow, we got a baby that don't want to go to sleep. Means that you are stating that the nurse assignment is unsafe. That is ridiculous that there's a form for that. Here. No, don't bite it. Don't bite it.
Say hi.
Say hey. Say, I'm not going to sleep. I'm being a booger. Don't grab it. Oh, Queen says hey.
Hi.
Should be going in just a second though, Queen. Should be back once this one goes to sleep, I'm
I'm
sure.
gonna lay her down and then. Or I'm
Yeah.
gonna change clothes and lay her down.
She's gonna lay this one down.
Wherever mom's on the floor.
They're right there.
Awesome.
Yep.
You say hi?
Say
She
hey.
can't see herself in there, so she's.
I know, she's trying to see herself.
Don't lick it.
Don't lick it. That's gross.
Say hi.
I've never heard of a safe harbor sign sheet before.
Yeah, little Chris. That's
Yep,
for
this
sure.
one's me for here. This one's me
That's his
for
twin.
sure.
Look at her smile.
Will Gurr.
Sees herself. Who's that? Is that you?
You're having too much fun with this little baby Gurr.
She loves it.
I can't believe something like that would be legal, like a safe harbor. I mean, I know you said it's to protect the legality of the situation, but still, on a telly floor, that is ridiculously dangerous. When I was the diabetic unit that I came from at the hospital, it was a telly floor, and 6 was the max. Oh, I think she bumped that. Are you watching yourself? What's up, Jenna? Don't grab it. You can touch this part. There we go. That might be better. 2 were admissions? Oh my gracious. I'm assuming that those would have been the heparin drips. This one is 3. Oh, and then she's gotten bored with us.
Go in there. Go get Daddy.
She is 3 years old. But I would assume that the 2 that were admissions would be the heparin drips. Hoping that the heparin drips aren't, like long-termers. That's my thought process. This little girl is tearing up everything. So was this a step-down unit? Was this a step-down telly? No. Thank you. Thank you. Before you decided to... Yes, she is in preschool. We made the same faces. Yep. On our right pointer, we both have trigger fingers. I don't know if she'll do hers. Here, show me your finger. Keep your belly meat down. Do your finger. Oh, she just wants to make faces. Yes, we are twins. Jenna says she looks like you. I don't think so. I think this baby child is mine. Look like me. Hope you guys want a little bit of ASMR. Because she's definitely grabbing the microphone. I didn't like that sound. I'm sure they didn't like that sound. I don't know, other than the beard. I'm glad she doesn't have a beard, but other than that, this one here's mine. How'd you bend that?
No.
All right, hold on, baby. Hold on, I got a question. Come here. No, don't run around. I got a question. Christine, I'm trying to read your question as the baby's running around and hopefully not getting into something. All right, so who doesn't have an intense passion for it? Christine, I'd have to ask some more questions. You don't have an intense passion for it, but why in the world would you want to get into it to begin with? Well, if you don't have an intense passion for it, there's got to be the idea in the back of your mind that you want to do nursing. She's been up all kinds of stuff. So why in the world would you consider nursing as a profession if you don't have an intense passion for it? Like, are you getting into it for the money? If you get into it for the money, absolutely not. You can't make enough money to do this profession. So what would lead you to want to get into nursing, Christina? If you don't have an intense passion. Night night, Gears.
Night night.
Night night. I love you.
Tell me bye.
No, you're gonna lay down with mommy. No. Tell me
Tell
night.
Daddy night night. Tell Daddy's friends night night. Go blow them kisses. Say night night. Blow them kisses, not me. Here, come here.
Say night.
Say night night.
There you go. All right, go lay down with mommy. Night. I love you very much.
Say love you. Give Daddy a kiss.
Love you. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay. All right. Let me turn this light back on.
Hey, here's my glasses.
All right.
Just put them beside the
Oh well.
computer so that.
Now, back to Christina's question. Patients say I'm good at it and will be good in healthcare. And the healthcare system has turned me off. So, Christina, what do you do now? Like, what is your profession at this moment in time? Are you like a CNA? Are you like a CMA? Something like that? What profession are you in at this moment in time? And also, congratulations on beating cancer. Applaud you for that. I don't know, is congratulations the correct word? I'm going congratulations. It's probably the incorrect word. But glad that you beat cancer. Okay, so you're a CNA. And a home health aide. So you could do home health as a nurse. But you did say that you don't have an intense passion for it. If you like home health as a home health aide, you could definitely do home health as a nurse. It wouldn't be that hard of a transition. You just have to be doing more of a nursing role in it. What else would you want to do though? What would be your goal of something you would want to do if you weren't in healthcare? What would be something that you want to do? Because you've been in home health now for 7 years. Do you have another passion that you'd like to get into? Because there could very well be a nursing role in the passion that you have. I would assume not oncology, but if you do want to do oncology, there is of course that field you could go into in nursing, or if you want to stay in home health, you can stay in home health. If you want to sit at home and be like an insurance style salesperson nurse, there's a job for that as well. But it all kind of depends on what you want to do. Like renting out houses. So real estate. All right. Pretty cool. There are, believe it or not, plenty of office paperwork admission style nurses. Plenty of them. I've worked for several of them. Worked for my fair share of them. United Healthcare, the insurance company, has plenty of those style nurses. Billing and coding may be your best bet in healthcare if you really just want to stick to the paperwork administration style task, I should say. Billing and coding would be a good one. Yeah, doing nursing and admission, you'd have to have like a managerial role, and then when someone calls out, you would have to work the floor, things like that. So don't really know that would be your best bet. But there's tons of stuff you could get into for sure in nursing, but if you don't have that intense passion for it, my worry would be for you would be that you would just get burnt out on it and you would just leave it, and then that would be even worse. So I don't know, maybe like starting small, maybe, I don't know. I will definitely, I don't know why it flags these things all the time. Yeah, I am not management material myself. And I tell people I am not management material. Have you thought about being a CMA, certified medical assistant, like a doctor's office nurse? Definitely a lot of charting in that. I would start, I might even start smaller than that and go with a CMA. CMA will take you roughly the same amount of time as an LPN. At least locally, it'll take you the same amount of time. But the thing about it is it's like school. It's not like nursing school. It's like regular college classes. Not like, where you get like 2 days off for Christmas, nursing school style. So I might even start smaller, smaller than the LPN and go for the CMA. Because you would definitely have a degree once you're done. You're not going to get paid very much, though. That's a given. You're just not, as a CMA, you're not going to get paid what you're worth, to be quite honest with you. But it might be a good start, too. There's a lot of charting in that. There's definitely room to grow. So, I don't know. LPN, CMA would be good. MOA, medical office assistant, would be pretty cool as well. The PCT, the patient care tech. Everybody's different, from state to state, but the PCT here in North Carolina is an unlicensed CNA, is what it is here. And I am fully aware that, everybody calls them different. But a PCT is like a high school graduate that they hire on to work the floors at a nursing home. So that wouldn't be very much more than the HHA, the home health aide. At least locally. Elsewhere, like I know up north, like once you get into like Vermont, New Hampshire, they call them like LNAs, licensed nurse assistants or something like that. Or licensed nurse techs. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Do you like EKGs and phlebotomy? If you like EKGs and phlebotomy, definitely. Learn all the skills you can. Figure out, hey, you know what? I like this part. Or figure out, hey, you know what? I absolutely hate this part. EKGs definitely have a lot to do with telemetry and stuff. Yeah, now if you do a CNA in a hospital setting, you'll definitely learn a lot. You'll definitely pick up on a lot of what you like and what you absolutely don't like in nursing. So that would be a good option too, yeah. Positive. Go above and beyond. You may need more of a setting than a home health care setting. Then you may need that sort of camaraderie from working on a floor, like in a hospital setting. Because there's definitely camaraderie with your coworkers. When I read the third word in that comment, I read it in my mind. Bring ling 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 ling. I put entirely too many letters in it in my mind. If you've ever seen Mary Poppins, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. In my mind, I love bring ling 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 ling. Was what popped in my mind there. I was like, ugh, that can't be correct. Something else has to be going on there. But I don't know. So I wouldn't go. In your case, Christina, I would not go long-term care. Long-term care will stress you to the max. I wouldn't do it first. Nothing wrong with long-term care at all, but I wouldn't do it first. I would go to the hospital setting, get my phlebotomy and EKG training, and then go from there. I would not go straight to long-term care. Long-term care has the same camaraderie. It's not the same. Not the same atmosphere. I will say though, I never did work as a CNA at long-term care. Anytime I ever worked at long-term care, I was always a nurse. I did spend time in a hospital as a CNA. And I know that we all looked out for each other. Even the CNAs looked out for the nurses. The whole time we were there. So, just my 2 cents. I don't know. I love Indeed, Queen. I get on Indeed. I get on Indeed and look at jobs. Like, I'm not even looking for a job. I just look to see what's hiring at the moment in time. Like, wow, you guys are hiring a NASA space engineer? Yes, I am. Let me apply for that, Jackie. I would not say vice versa. If you can handle the stress of a nursing home, you can handle the stress of a hospital. If you can handle the stress of a hospital, you may or may not be able to handle the stress of a nursing home. In a nursing home, you're going to have, as a CNA, 10 to 15 patients on a good day. If I've got a nursing home nurse in here, you can chime in as well. I don't know if T's been a nursing home nurse or not. I know T's on telemetry tonight though, or currently. So it's different stresses, but if you can handle the stress of a nursing home, working with 15 patients on your patient load, and you got to bathe them all and dress them all and feed them all and all that, you could definitely handle the stress of a hospital, which your patient load might be at most like 9 to 10, as opposed to the guaranteed 10 to 15. And it's just different acuity. So yes, if you can handle the stress of a nursing home, you can handle the stress of a hospital. But if you can handle the stress of a hospital, you can't necessarily handle the stress of a nursing home. It's just different. It's a different animal. Just a whole different animal altogether. They're tough. They're both tough. They're both tough. Neither one of them are the easiest things in the world, but they're both tough. Ghosts are not real, bro. Ghosts are fake. Jokes are real. Ghosts are fake. So Christina, have you been in a nursing home setting before? If you can handle that, you can definitely do the hospital for sure. But 15 is average. So if 15 are average, then 30 is what you're getting. Because you just double it. Seemed like that way at my nursing home, at least. I don't know. Magic is also not real. Catching some hate on that one. I can feel it coming. Magic is too real. I watch Penn and Teller. They fool me every time. Aliens are not real. Aliens, ghosts. Bigfoot, Swamp Thing, Jersey Devil, all fake. Chupacabra, I'm on the fence on the Chupacabra. Yeah, 13 to 14 is... Yeah, 13 to 14 patients is a lot. It is a tremendous amount. And, no comment, Queen. No comment. But, 13 to 14 patients is a lot, for sure. And if 15 is average, then, yes, nursing homes are hard. They just are. Chupacabra is a main box. Chupacabra is like a... In my mind, I'm probably making this up. A chupacabra is like a big wolf, right? Like a big desert wolf. But I could be wrong. But the only reason I believe that one could be correct or could exist It's because they've shot them before, or they've found the remains in the desert, and they're like, this is a huge chupacabra, like a Tasmanian devil. Because those did exist. They don't anymore, but they did. Maybe they exist in captivity only. I don't remember. I don't know. But the chupacabra is a cool name too. So if I roll up, like, somewhere where there is like of age attractive females, I could be like, hey, I'm the chupacabra, the main fox, even though it's spelled incorrectly. You think anybody would go for that? I don't think so. They'd be like, that's a fat old guy who's balding. Bet that dude has to pee all the time too. Yes, I do. I am the chupacabra. Like a fox on stilts. Like a tall fox. What's up? I'm a tall fox. Oh, well, thank you, Christina. I am by far probably the dumbest nurse on YouTube. When I'll be honest with you, when I watch other nurses' content on YouTube, I feel the dumbest human being imaginable, because they're so articulate in their language and their vocabulary is just immense, and they have all the answers and everything, and I'm like, man, how in the world are these people so much smarter than I am? Like, dang, I'm dumb whenever I watch another nursing YouTube channel. And so I honestly try to stay away from them, unless we have a similar topic come up, because I like to see other people's perspectives. But it's like, dang, how in the world are you guys this much smarter than I am? Like, I am just... They're rehearsed, y'all. I'm off the cuff. I go into it cold. That's for sure. But, dang, I just feel dumb. But thank you so much, Christina. Thank you for your kind words. But, I feel like the knowledge that I have in my brain is random trivia, and at all like acceptable knowledge. But could be wrong. But yes, maybe I should rehearse. Maybe I should have a teleprompter. Teleprompter would be all right. I don't know. Except for those nurses in the dang nurse coach collective. I feel that they're not nurses and so much smarter than I am, because they found this niche where they're able to get rich off of teaching other nurses a career that doesn't really exist. It's like, dang. You guys beat me to it. You guys are so much smarter than I am. How in the world did you figure this out? There's Nurse Coach Collective people. What's the name? Heather Lapidus. And whatever her husband's name is. I can't think of it right now. I don't believe that they are nurses. They could be nurses, but I don't think that they are. He sticks to a topic. Yes, I have seen. It's been a while, but I do know who you're talking about. The Nomad Nurse. He sticks to a topic. Yeah. He is. He's very good at. He's very good at staying on topic. He's got a cool setup too, if I remember correctly. He's got he'll be if I remember correctly, Nomad Nurse. Sometimes he's like out in like his camper truck in like the desert and stuff. I'm like, man, that dude is so cool. He is really cool. You know, like he's the kind of person that can show up at like a like a dinner party or something. Everybody be like, man, that dude right there, that dude is cool, man. The Nomad Nurse, he is just a cool dude. Could be wrong, but I feel like he would be that person. But thank you. I am flattered that I remind you of him. Excuse me. Yeah, he is an outdoor kind of dude. An outdoor kind of dude. That'd be a cool way to describe the Nomad Nurse. Ty, are you still getting like 70,000 residents a night as a travel nurse? I mean, I'm not in the nurse home no more, but man, I couldn't do it. One of a kind. Yep, the only one. Definitely the only one. Did our baby child fall asleep? Are you jumping on this?
I can.
Or are you going to bed?
I'll sit right here.
You want a captain's seat? I'll go grab the other chair.
If you want to.
Yeah, I'll go grab it. Because I think it's easier when we're side by side like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be right back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can take captain's seat.
Let me get this blanket right here.
Alright. Okay. We're doing it now. We're not.
You want your water over there?
Yeah, I got my water over there.
You want your water?
Yeah, I want it over here. Yes. We're not doing all nighter tonight.
Jenna asked, "What's the best shift for a new grad?"
Courtney has already called one to be.
No, I was off today. I'm not off tomorrow.
There is absolutely nothing cooking. Pun extinguished, we'll say. In any case, Jenna, what is the best shift for a new grad? I will probably get some disagreements on this one, but I will say first shift. And everyone will say, Chris, why in the world do you say first shift? I say first shift because everyone is there. You're going to learn a lot. And you're going to figure out what not to do very quickly. And first shift is my answer.
Just because you'll have the most.
You'll have the most help. You'll have the most learning experiences. You're going to get paid less. You're going to work harder. I don't say harder. Night shift is not easy. Don't think night shift's easy. But first shift. First shift would be my pick for a new grad. You got any slide over room?
Yeah, I was trying to slide it over, but my back hurts too much. It's on the chair.
The wheels got out of sync. There we go. Alright.
Now it's too far back.
Well, I can't fix that. I'm trying to keep us both in the camera.
Okay.
Trying to. Work activity or surrounding activity in general, yes, can very quickly overwhelm someone. So yeah, Ty brings up great points. But yes. Depends on what you want to do though, Jenna. Like, what works best for you? Do you work better in a stressful environment that you can learn in, or what a more laid back, less resources to learn shift work better for you? It's all whatever you need. Got to represent my Scrooge McDuck. Excuse me. No, absolutely not home health. Not as a new grad. There are no resources. You are your own educational source. I took my armrest.
There, I turned back. I was trying to get comfortable.
Okay. You want to lay down? Okay. I would not say home health. You know what might be good would be do like a year in urgent care. You're gonna see a little bit of everything and sort of like hospital-esque work. So urgent care might be all right. Might get some other opinions on that.
I mean, I hit your phone.
But I would shy away from home health. With those glasses, I don't quite understand what Christina's talking about. Hospital would be good. But no, I'm an LPN. Hospital would be good. But like a ortho unit on a hospital, ortho unit on a hospital, you're still gonna learn. Definitely be laid back. Ortho on a hospital probably the easiest. Not an easy job, but the easiest. No, LPN ain't going nowhere anytime soon. What is a funny moment I remember? I mean, some of the funniest moments I remember was hiding people's lunch boxes in the haunted room, because everybody believed that there was ghosts in the haunted room, and I would just leave their lunch boxes in there. And it was funny for me to stand outside and watch them go in there and panic and get their lunch boxes and run back out. Or it had to be something funny, like involving a patient. Like, I don't know, involving a patient. That would be funny.
I remember one.
Which one?
You were in home health and the big guy fell on you.
That wasn't funny at
It
all.
was funny to me. You had to push his life alert button so you could get somebody to come help you.
That wasn't funny at all for me. I sweated so many bullets holding that big fat man. Oh my gracious. I couldn't move for like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, because life alert took forever to get there. I remember one time, Christmas Day night, had a patient that was an alcoholic. And so they filled him full of lactulose. Anybody, I'm sure y'all have heard of that before. Anyways, it makes you poop. And it makes you poop like cow patty, nasty, gross duties. Anyways, this individual, so here's a bed, rolls out this side and walks around the entire bed with a Foley still attached somehow. Blood is pouring out of orifice. I'm going to try not to give gender away. Blood is pouring out of orifice, and poop has gone around the bed. Like every time they stepped, there was a ploppy of poop. A ploppy of poop. And I was like, what in the world are you doing in here? And they look back at me, and they're like, I don't know, but it feels like my wiener's a foot long. It's not funny at the time, but it was funny. Yeah, it was funny to look back at it. And then there was another nurse out in the hallway just like gagging. She was like, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't help, I can't do it, I can't come in there. Because the lactulose poop was just everywhere. It was terrible. Individual may or may not have had a foot-long wiener. Or a wiener. Christmas night that happened. So that would probably be my funniest one involving a patient. But a hospital, would not consider would be ED. I would not consider ED as a new grad. May or may not have been a mangina. Push over a 300-pound man. I had one pull a Foley out one time. Had just had a stroke, I think. Anyways, it was definitely something neuro. Pulled the Foley out and was like, ow! Yeah, dummy. That hurt. Once you pull them Foleys, you start doing some serious damage in them things. Hopefully the balloon busts, and doesn't stay inflated when on its way out. I bet he wasn't going nowhere. Weighing a third of his size, trying to push this individual. I remember doing an in and out on somebody one time, and they were like, "I'm peeing all over myself. I'm peeing all over myself." They just would not quit. They weren't peeing all over themselves because of a quick in and out. So it was going in I think it was going in a tray actually. Might have been going in a bag. Just hollering, "Help! I'm peeing all over myself." That was in a nursing home, actually. I was ordered by the provider to do a quick in and out. That's the one you don't see all the time. A little more. No, I have not had. I have never had a patient ask for a little more. I've never had anybody do that before. I cannot remember the name of this device, and I always call it a fart tube. It's almost like a grocery store bag. It feels sort of like that consistency, but it goes in their bottom hole to, let their gas out. A fart tube is what I always called it. Anyways, we put one in this one guy, and he did not enjoy his fart tube. He did not say a little more. If anything, he said a lot less. Would I say, Kristen, I don't know what a LOBS is. Is that an LPN that got auto-corrected? Retype that. I can't quite understand what that is.
I'm not sure.
I know. No, I don't think the LPN does 40% less work than the RNs at all. if anything, it'd be 50-50. Well, it all depends on the unit. If the unit has LPNs, like the unit that I am on, we do the exact same thing. There is very, very, very few differences in what we can and cannot do. So no, I would not say LPNs do less than the RNs. If there is one thing that the RN does that the LPN can't do, they trade. And so it'd be the same amount of work. So
She said in a nursing home.
no, I would say it's the same amount. The maybe like the intakes, an RN would have to do the intake, but then while that RN's doing an intake, that LPN's going to have to watch over that RN's shift, that RN's assignment. So yeah, I don't think it would be any easier for the RN. I mean for the LPN. So no, I wouldn't say that they do 40% less work than the RNs at all. I'm trying to read Queens. I missed it.
I seen some stuff that got me asking older men, does that thing stop working after 50? I was so young and it tripped me out.
I hope that thing don't stop working after 50. I'll be running up on it soon. You know, I got a few years till I run up on 50, but I hope not. Get haggled for more stuff in quotations. Hey, I need some more stuff. By more stuff, do you mean like, oh, I'm in pain right now? My pain is a 10 out of 10. It's been exactly 2 hours and 3 minutes since you last gave me my last pain med that says I can have if my pain is a 7 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10 right now. 2 hours and 3 minutes. Let me have my pain med. I get haggled for that all the time. Especially in my industry, substance abuse is, they like to take a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, you'll pick up a lot just working at a nursing home. Just being there, you'll still learn a lot. I've had conversations with environmental services, like the people that do a lot of cleaning. I've had conversations with environmental services where you would have thought you were getting a report from the nurse coming off. That was a better report than the nurse gave me, and they were from environmental services. So I am fully aware you could definitely pick up a lot just by working in a nursing home. So Christina, I am in substance abuse, and to be quite honest with you, I didn't even know that industry existed for nursing until I took the job. And it's here in North Carolina, but it's the company that I work for used to be a local company, excuse me, but we got bought out. Our home base is actually in Oklahoma City, so we're a national, I don't want to say a national chain, but we have facilities across the country. Not in New York, though. I believe you said you're in New York. We do not have a place in New York. I think the furthest north we go is North Carolina, I think. No more children. Done with children's. Yeah, say, oh, I'm feeling anxious. So, a funny story. One time when I was at the hospital, we had a patient that said, came in, admitted, and was like, oh, yeah, we're going over the med rec with them. And the charge nurse notices that there is Xanax on their med rec. And charge nurse is like, oh, yeah, it looks like you have Xanax ordered. We can get that for you as soon as possible. And the individual's like, no, 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 no. I never take those. I hate those. People get hooked on them and they abuse them, and I avoid them altogether. I don't even know why the doctor filled that for me, and I'm not ever going to take that. Anyways, that was one night. So the next night I come on shift, same charge nurse, and same assignment for me as well. Come on shift, and that same individual, like right at like 2 o'clock a.m., just starts freaking out. I don't know what's going on. We thought it was like a mental breakdown episode. Anyway, start asking this individual more and more questions, and they're like, start shaking, sweating. Some sort of withdrawal is definitely going on here. Get a little bit further. This individual's been like taking way too many Xanax at home. And so the charger was like, I asked you about this yesterday. And then the individual's like, yeah, I know. I guess they were ashamed. They didn't want to admit that they take them. But should have known better at the hospital. We go ahead and just let us know. Ugh, I hate when state comes to facilities. And they all have these like specific names, depending on like which facility they come to. Nursing home always just calls them state, but like when they come to the hospital, they're like JCO, Joint Commission, something like that. Oh, JCO's here. They all have little names to them. Excuse me. I'm running up on tired.
Been tired.
You been tired?
Mm-hmm.
We had an individual die one time. This is a funny story. Don't worry, it's not too bad. Individual died on the bedside commode on a telemetry unit, and I was not the nurse, but for that patient. Anyways, the individual dies on the bedside commode, and the nurse that was the nurse for that individual was sturdy, we'll say. If you could have taken a stereotypical Viking and put them in the nursing field, this would be that nurse. They were, not big, not fat, sturdy. Anyways, picks up the individual from the bedside commode in like one motion and throws them in the bed. The bed, of course, slams shut because they've got those CPR pull-outs, those red handles you just pull and they go flat. Anyways, in like one motion, this Viking nurse lifts up the patient from the bedside commode, slams him on the bed, and also pulls the CPR thing in one motion. Bam! Patient goes on the bed. They were gone. Like, we saw the telemetry. We saw them slumped over on the bedside commode, saw the telemetry. And then all of a sudden, when the bed lays flat and the patient goes on the bed, wakes up. like nothing happened. And the patient looks around the room and it's like, what are y'all all doing here? And the CNA that had just helped the patient onto the bedside commode was like, you were dead. You were dead. I seen you. You were dead. You were dead. Like freaked out. And the patient was like, oh, sweetie, I'm not dead. That one was pretty
But you
good.
were.
But I saw you. You were dead. You were dead. And their eyes, the CNA's eyes were like this big. Oh my gracious! I don't exactly know what happened there. You know, maybe a vagal response or something, but something evidently happened, and the slamming them on the bed
Hit 'em so hard.
brought them back to life. Like I said, the nurse was a sturdy nurse. You know, someone I don't want to arm wrestle.
You don't want to arm wrestle anybody.
No, but not this individual either. She was tweaking. In my line of work, tweaking could be like withdrawal. So, are we on the same page? On
stuff.
something, yeah,
On stuff or in withdrawal.
yeah. Are we on the same page? I think something that sparks drama in the nursing home was not husky, sturdy. You know, like I said,
Muscular.
not fat. Oh, not like a bodybuilder either though. Just a good sized individual. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody who is just sturdy.
Louisa from Encanto.
Louisa from Encanto would be a good one. Except she had guns, didn't she?
Yeah, but I mean, when she does this, she has guns. But
Yeah.
when you don't see, when she's not doing that, she doesn't. Like, she's just a sturdy person.
Yeah. Oh, apparently we were right. Yeah. Anyways, the nursing homes. Part of what I think brings drama too in the nursing homes is the fact that the residents live there. You know, and like the residents sometimes stir the drama pot just to sort of sit back and live the soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some of them stir the drama pot. Yeah.
But I mean, why wouldn't they? Because they're there all the time.
Yeah, they're there 24/7. Ain't nobody come and see them neither. You know, let's stir
Their
that drama
family
pot.
is the nurses.
Yeah, yeah. You know.
And especially if they don't like a nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially if they don't like a nurse. And definitely, you know, they definitely stir it. We've made it to 11:30 without falling asleep while everybody's watching us. Man, sometimes them residents, they be like making up stuff. They be like, hey, you hear about Chris and that new CNA over there? Mm-hmm. I ain't even never worked with that CNA ever before in my entire life. Mm-hmm. You know Chris about that CNA over there? Mm-hmm. I heard she wearing the shoes with the red shoelaces. Cause he like red shoelaces. She got on red shoelaces because she like red shoelaces. I heard he was over there cleaning 123's wound. He said, "Ooh, yeah, them red shoelaces." What'd she say? I'm trying to read that. In the DOA office. Ugh. I used to avoid the director of nurses office.
Now they're trying to make him be that.
Trying to make me, yeah, they've tried to make me be the director of nurses. I told them I am not management material.
They beg him to be.
They don't beg, but they say.
They pretty much say you already are.
Oh, did you hear about that queen in dietary? I heard her and that sturdy nurse. They both wearing brown bottom shoes. You know, that break protocol. They all supposed to be all white. I used to hate that. I don't have to wear all white shoes no more. I am so glad I didn't have to no longer wear all white shoes. They were hard to find. You ever had one answer the call bell? They pick up because we had a phone call bell. They pick up that phone. Hey, what you need? 123. Mama Vicky. I can't tell you how many times I had a resident pick up that call bell. Hey, Chris said he'd be down there in a minute. All right, listen, he's passing meds. He know you over. Quit that call bell.
He's coming.
He's coming. Hey, Chris know you in pain. You pain a 10. Tell him at a 10 when he get down there. Tell him at a 10. He got it for you anyways. It's already ordered. Don't worry, Chris, no. Or get the residents that stay right there on the med cart. Oh my gracious, they like follow you down the hallway the whole way. It's like, bro, listen. Let me do this. You're in the way. Oh, you gotta check her Miracle Magic mouthwash. Oh, Chris, I heard that the battery in his alarm went off. You better go check it. They will. They'll tell you stuff like that. They'll follow you the whole way.
So I ain't doing that. I'll be yelling at people.
I had one patient that would tell you everybody's business. They growl at you. No, I don't leave home.
We're in North Carolina.
We are in North Carolina, but I would not leave home.
He's a homebody. He don't like going on vacations.
Nope. Do not like vacations. Do not like leaving the house.
He don't like going to ball games.
I like going to ball games. Like our children's ball games.
When it's over, he wants to leave immediately.
I sure do. It's time to go home.
Ain't no staying around talking to people.
I took a week off. I think it was last year I took a week off. And stayed home. She was mad. She wanted me to go back to work.
When we all had COVID.
No, when we all had COVID. It was over the summer.
Why would you take a week off? Just take a week off and stay home.
Because I took a week off and we all stayed. I stayed home. You were working at the pool.
He hates large crowds. Queen asks you, you don't like large crowds.
I do not like large crowds.
He hates large
Do not
crowds.
like large crowds. I don't trust anybody.
Why
And
would
so
you take a week off and just stay home?
I did. Do you not remember?
I remember us having COVID.
Yeah, it wasn't when we had COVID though.
I don't remember you just taking a week off. Just take a week off.
Yeah. Oof. I don't see how. So, like, residents like what was just described, I don't see how they get all their soft drinks and all their burgers. Like, they'll have that stuff somehow. They'll pull it out of a drawer. You'll be like, all right, Mr. 123, looks like you're on a 2000 cc fluid restriction. And they'll be like, oh, that's okay. And they'll, like, pull out, a 2-liter of Mountain Dew somewhere. Well, where in the world did you get this? You haven't even been out of your room in 7 years.
Somebody's family that come visit somebody.
Yeah, it's like they
Or bring it
yeah.
for them because they'll be like, "Hey, can you bring me?"
Hey, can you give me a 2-liter Mountain Dew? I need a gallon. Oh, no, he said a liter. I need a liter of cola. That was in Super Troopers.
Mhm.
He needed a liter of cola.
But yeah, they'll have people bring it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, family will come. If they don't have family come, then their roommate's family, or you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
somebody.
Somebody's family big get there.
They'll bring in stuff for somebody.
Mm-hmm. Just talking about the nursing home, it just brings back like all the sights and sounds and smells for me. Like, just think about, these people having all their stuff. I can be like, man, I remember that patient could do that. I remember that patient could do that. I remember that patient there was like that. I ain't been in a nursing home in like
A long time.
6 to 8 years.
Not true. Papa.
I meant working.
Working, yeah, but not. Can't say not being in.
I haven't worked a shift in a nursing home in like 8 years. I could still come right back to it and just think about it.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, like how did they get? If they're a bed bound,
I told you how.
it's like, man, where did you get this?
Because somebody's family in that home feels bad for all them bedbound people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what you need, sweetheart?
Mm-hmm.
I need 12-pack of Mountain Dew.
You ever heard of the Right to Fall Act? It's something I remember like reading about a while ago. But I feel like the Right to Fall Act deals with restraints. And like you can't restrain them because if you like injure them in some way, like putting a seatbelt on them or something, keep them in the wheelchair. Like if they injure themselves on that device, that's against their will because they have the right to fall. Like, y'all ever heard of that? I know that the right to fall is a real thing, but isn't it because like you can't put the restraint on them because if their restraint injures them, then you're in a lot of trouble because they had the right to fall. Does that make sense to you?
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but
That's a law. That's a federal law. Like CMS, Medicaid services, like will not pay if you're not allowing people to have the right to fall. It's the weirdest thing. It's like you have a patient that fell like 2 times yesterday. You cannot restrain them because the restraint could hurt them. But yet the hard floor is their right to lay upon quickly. I am sure someone has some data on it somewhere that says the right to fall is more beneficial than restraints. I'm sure someone does. But it has to be taken. It had to have been taken out of context.
I mean, how many concussions do those people have from falling?
A lot, yeah.
Broken ribs.
Broken bones is a big one.
Because they're older, they're gonna have broken bones.
Especially if they're on some sort of blood thinner. Yeah, but you can't like control when patients fall. Like you can just lower the bed like all the way down. Yeah, but it is a federal law though. Like they have the right to fall. That is, yeah. And yeah, I remember the LPN that got charged 39 patients. The biggest issue with her, and it was very unfortunate, extremely unfortunate for her. She went on ahead and charted like vital signs at like 7:20. Except that man died at like 7:17. Like the time of death was like 7:17 on that man. And she had already charted vitals on him at like 7:20 or something like that. That was the biggest like I don't want to say mistake on her part, but I guess it was her biggest mistake. Like but yeah, I remember that she ended up getting like time, like involuntary manslaughter, I think, for that, yeah. But yeah, he died, and they could not restrain him because he had the right to fall. And I think he had fallen like 3 or 4 times in like 2 days or something like that. And she was a travel nurse too. Like she may not even been familiar with that facility's policies and procedures as far as charting goes. But yeah, that was terrible. Terrible about it's just a terrible situation.
I'm laying down.
Okay. I'm gonna take the captain's seat then.
That's fine.
Oh, Courtney has given it up.
I'm starting to get dizzy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I'm getting to a point where I'm getting dizzy.
I got you. She couldn't call EMT. Like she notified the provider, and then I think that was like her orders were do vital signs. Oh, Jenna's still here. Jenna's not as chatty as she normally is.
She might be coming in and out.
Yeah, she might be coming in now. I'm not sure.
I just got dizzy. Sitting there, I'm tired.
When is the Nurses March? Is it during Nurses Week in May? This next month? Since tomorrow starts May. Tomorrow is May 1st, yeah. Tomorrow is May 1st. Curious about this Nurses March. There we go. There is a strike going on in California right now. For higher pay and staffing requirements in Stanford. Like 5,000 nurses are on strike in Southern California right now. I'm not exactly sure, with it being Southern California and how many people actually live in Southern California. I don't know if that's a lot or a little bit. I know if we had 5,000 going on strike here, like entire facilities would shut down. So, but yes, there is a strike going on currently. What we need, which doesn't exist, and probably never will, would be a specific congressman, senator, representative, whatever, that is also a nurse. Like, not like the board of nursing, and this, of course, is just my idea, but not like the board of nursing, but like a nurse who is also a congressman, or even like a healthcare head that would be like, you know what, I'm tired of this right to fall rule, or common sense things. Be like, I'm tired of this mess. Let's fix it. Night, Queen. We will talk to you next Saturday. I do not see a reason why we will not be back on. But like, I would like for this individual who, would be the head of the healthcare department to be a seasoned individual. Someone who's been there, done that, not someone who graduated from school and then went straight to this position. Like how lifetime politicians are. I would like for this head nurse congressman to be a 25-year nurse. Like minimum. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Ooh, excuse me. I'm definitely getting sleepy. So, unless we get like way off on a tangent, I will call it at right at 2 hours. So that's in 15 minutes from now. So, like I said, unless we get off on a big tangent, I'm gonna call it right at 2 hours. Yes. Yes, T, with my name capitalized. Courtney says, "Hey, she's laid down." A nurse databank. I don't know. What do you mean by nurse databank, Jenna? I don't quite understand. Like a NCLEX style question thing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't fully understand the question, Jenna. Sorry about that. I don't remember who tried to appoint a DMP. I know that I do remember Trump appointed an admiral who was also a doctor to Attorney General, who seemed like a very level-headed individual. He was a Navy doctor. Well, it had to be an admiral, but I don't even remember Bush's Attorney General. I don't even remember that. Could be wrong though. Well, that's awesome, T. Heading back to Texas, where the weather's warm and the food is good. Plus $20,000 sign-on bonuses. Man, you could buy a Kia Rio for that. Or Kia Soul or whatever they make now. And $5,000 relocation and $55 an hour. Whew, that's awesome. But Jenna, no. There are some things that only nurses have access to, but not necessarily like job related things nurses only have access to. Like med recs and things like that. Histories of patients, things like that, but I mean nothing really exciting. Nothing that's not work related. As far as a data bank. After I don't know if she wants you now just seeing the cash, or maybe she's just saying congratulations. I don't know. What you ought to do is take that 20K, get you a big old rock. Big old rock. Put a ring on it. Say, look at this. It's 20K rock. Now you talking. Well, thank you, Christina. I'm glad this was a good live for you. We do not stay on topic. We are very oftentimes distracted. However, $55 an hour, that's $110,000 a year. That's pretty good. Claim her by order of the King of the North. King of the North Carolina. I'm not the King of North Carolina either. No gold digger. Man. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she got her own. Man, I hate that. I think that a good DMP would be a good Attorney General. Not Attorney General. I'm gonna stay with Attorney General. That's not at all what you said it was. I'm sticking with Attorney General. I'm wrong. Sticking with it though. I think a DMP would be a good Attorney General. Even though it's not the title. I don't know. It's like it's like the titles, man. When like the general public gets stuck on the titles, like, oh, you have to be a BSN. You know, they don't fully understand that you're very capable of just being an ADN or an LPN of doing the job. They have to be a DNP. Doctor, nurse practitioner is a DNP. I used to work with a DNP actually. FNP, DNP, MP, they're, I'm going to say in quotation marks, roughly the same. You know, of course, various different levels of training and whatnot, but just a nurse practitioner. That is a doctor nurse practitioner. Tiana. I like Tiana. Tiana the best. Tiana or Tiana. Because there's so many N's in that Tiana. I mean, even if the dude, if you have the most intelligent attorney general known to man who happens to be a CMA, like if the dude knows his stuff or if the woman knows her stuff, like why can't we have them? I mean, of course, you know, no one would ever let a CMA be attorney general, but why can't we have them as an attorney general? Like, why has it got to be the title? Why is it always about the title? You know, maybe because a DNP can't be over an NP. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure. I don't know. See, I'd rather not have any of them, to be honest with you. I'd rather get my FNP and go to pediatrics. That's what I want to do. That's what I keep saying my end goal is FNP and then go to pediatrics, but I don't think it'll ever happen. No, T is not giving up on you, Jenna. He's there forever. No, it's like the general public says MD or nothing. Has to be MD. You know, slam the gavel. Has to be MP. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, what degree? So, what degree do you have to be the president? Like, I don't think you have to have any degree. Like, does Trump have a degree? I don't think Ronald Reagan had a degree. You know, I don't think he did. He might have. Reagan might have, but, you know, I don't think he did. Trump, I don't think he had a degree. Let's see, who would be another one that probably didn't have a degree? You know, no college for them. Any of the war heroes. Grant, you know, he was a war hero. I'm sure he didn't have a degree. Like, does the president have to have a degree? So, I mean, yeah, your attorney general needs to know what they're talking about, but, do they have to have the MD? I don't want to do a research project. I'm not that committed. I'm pretty lazy. I will do my research would be on 2 plus 2 equals 4. That would be my research. Does it or does it not? 1 plus 1 equals 2. What about twins? That would be 3, 4. I don't know. Okay, all right. Reagan did have a BA. All right. I didn't know because Reagan was much older, grown up old. But I don't know. He's just a few. Those are just a few that come to mind that probably did not have degrees. But if Reagan had a BA, then he had a degree. I don't know. Because I think I could be wrong, but I think Biden has a poli-science degree. I could be wrong. And Obama was a lawyer. And Bush Jr. was Tommy Lee Jones' roommate at Yale, I think. So, all of them have degrees. And then we start getting into ones that I don't know about. Bush Sr. may not have had a degree. He was a World War II hero. He may not have had a degree. He probably did, but he may not have. So, I don't know. I'm sure Carter had a degree. Man, y'all make me Google stuff now. No one had a nursing degree. I would love to see a community college graduate become a community college nursing graduate become the head of the nursing department for the country. Maybe not attorney general, but congressman. As I'm still stuck on that. Wait a minute, Jenna. Is there a way for you to message me privately? Ooh. Hold on. I was about to end it, but I think we're going to hang out for a second. Is there a way for you to privately message me? There you go, T. I think what's going on with that, with the MDs fighting against the NPs, is they're trying to they're treating the MPs like leave your woman alone. I think what's going on with the NPs and the MDs is the MDs are getting worried. They're like, hey, we just went to school for 17,000 years. And now here's an MP who's, starting to get, a provider, can be a provider, and they only went to school for like 8 months. Of course I didn't, but, and I think that the MDs are just getting aggravated and they want to go ahead and end the NP profession altogether just to, continue on. Yeah, I don't think they want to lose their jobs. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say in a very roundabout way. But there's also an MD shortage as well. So I don't know why the MDs are fighting so hard against the NPs when they're also short. If they fight against the MPs too hard, they're really just going to be shooting themselves in the foot. They're not going to be, that's not going to help anything. So, it makes no sense to me why they would want to do that. I don't know, it'd be like a BSN attacking all the LPNs and being like, you can't be here anymore because you're LPN. You need to get out. When in the meantime, they're also having, just as much shortage as everybody else is. Peterman, good to see you today. So, Peterman, I know that you could answer this. And I've heard this. I've heard it's a rumor. But do NPs, like, okay, let me try to phrase it right. Insurance charges more for you to see an NP than they do for you to see an MD, in hopes that you'll see an MD more often, if that made sense. Like, I've been told here recently that, like, if you have like a $20 copay at your regular doctor, well, whenever you see an NP, you now have a $35 copay because he's a specialist, or they're a specialist. And it's the same thing, it's just it's an NP, not an MD. Like, I've heard that this is going on. I don't know this to be true because I myself have not seen either one, vice versa, since I've heard this rumor. So, Peterman, you probably could chime in on that one and give us a legit straight answer. Not true. Okay. All right. I had heard that, but I did not know that was true or not. But I did hear that. But yeah, I mean, in a year and a half, you can get your MP. As long as you have that BSN. 18 months. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I have no problem with the NP. I think I've taken more orders from an NP than I have an MD. Absolutely no problem with an MD. I mean an MP. I think the MPs that I have dealt with specifically listen to me more, because the MPs that I work with came from the floor, and then got their degree. So. New Mexico, eh? So whenever I get my FMP, I need to go to New Mexico. So I can be like, what? Bringing home the bacon. The desert bacon. Because it's in New Mexico. Oh, I do not know that about the insurance companies. Insurance companies pay people to not pay your bills, which makes absolutely no sense. Why not just pay the bill? Why would you even create a position that is designed to not pay my bills when you could have just paid my bills and saved yourself, $60,000, $70,000 a year? Yeah, supervising docs got to get cut. North Carolina, it's sort of like the RN LPN assessment thing. Like the MD signs off on the NP's work. Like if an LPN does an assessment, the RN signs off on the work. Well, it depends on your state, but here in North Carolina, the MD signs off on the NP's work. It doesn't have to be immediate though. It has to be, whatever the 72 hour, I think. 72 hours, 7 days. Oh, excuse me, I'm not sure. Something like that. There we go. Easy $500,000. Man, yeah, I would let them do the work just for my title. I sure would. It'd be like being a permitted driver. MP be the permitter and you be the licensed driver and you just ride around collecting that money. That'd be alright. Christina, are you telling me to go to bed? Are you telling me it's time for bed? Jenna, as cool as that sounds, I don't have WhatsApp. So I would be out. But yeah, that sounds like a pretty cool idea. What I could probably do, make a Facebook group, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. Blindly signing off an order. I don't think I could blindly sign off an order though. I mean, unless like it's a very trustworthy individual who's gonna, maybe report off to me what's going on. I don't think I could blindly sign off anything. I don't know. I'd have to know I'd have to know the person very well. All right, Christina, give me a few more minutes. I'll be logged out because we're already 10 minutes over the 2 hour mark that I had set. But yeah, Christina, give me a few more minutes. We'll sign off. I am not using the Nokia 3310. Number one, I don't know what that is. Number two, does MySpace even exist anymore? Oh no, I mean I understand what Jenna. I do understand what WhatsApp is. I know what it is. My wife uses it for the girls' sports teams. I physically don't have it. Like I don't have it downloaded. I don't. I do my very best not to download apps on my phone because I'm already being tracked. So I don't want to be tracked by too many people. Great big old group chat. I don't know, Jenna. If you do give Tiana, you know, open season for like everyday texting, could be getting marriage proposals every day. I would ask Courtney, but she literally fell asleep with her phone in hand. She would probably join it though. Jenna. Courtney would probably join your WhatsApp group. I have no doubt about that. She would you know, she would tell me everything. However, she is definitely knocked out. I worked with a nurse practitioner that dropped down to be a regular floor nurse at the hospital, like not even travel RN, just regular floor nurse at the hospital, and picked up one more day per shift, like one more day per week, so 4 12s, and was making a lot more money than they were as a provider role, in a provider role, which made no sense to me, but. But yes, I've definitely seen FMPs becoming oversaturated. I would be a dumb NP. Control your schedule. Whoa, bro. Control your schedule. I would go into primary care. I would go into primary care in a heartbeat simply for like the hours and the load. It would be like not much pay, but you know, Be all right. Get on a big hospital system, your insurance be killer. All right, Jenny, you gonna name this WhatsApp? Psychiatric would be for sure job security, especially right now. Seems like the best place to go. So Peter, man, you're saying you have a 3-hour day, like every day, other than like your own call hours? That'd be all right. You could even spend several minutes with them. Even having 15 for a 3-hour day, you could still spend, enough time to hear their complaints. Actually listen to them. Some people don't listen to nobody. I'm sure there's a lot of documentation, though. That listening thing. Come for the infections. Jenna, we'll put a pin in the WhatsApp app thought process. That's a better conversation for Courtney because she is so much better at that stuff than I. So Jenna, we will definitely put a pin in it. Jerry, this is still live. It is about to be over, but it is still live. Man, Peter, man, you got the ticket. She went night-night, man. She fell asleep. She still don't feel the best, but her back is doing better. She's definitely moving a lot better, but she still don't feel the best on her back. But yeah, Jenna, she's tired. Well, that's awesome, Jerry. I'm glad that you're loving your LPN program. I know you're having a hard time with it, like last week or the week before, but I'm glad that you're loving it. Once you get through like the first little bit of those tests, they start to get like a little bit easier. Oh, there's a lot about MPs. I left the bedside for substance abuse for the hours, to be quite honest with you. I got a job that's 4 to noon, and I was like, you know what, I'm taking it. And that was it. So that was really it. Wasn't too much hassle, just the hours that I got that I was presented with. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this. I also realized that I'm like chewing the microphone right now. In any case, we have now made it to 2 hours, 22 minutes. I'm going to call it. We're going to be done. I know, kind of a bummer. In any case, we will pick back up next Saturday, 1 week from today. Jenna, if you do come up with a WhatsApp app name thing, communicator, I don't know, whatever you call those things. In any case, we will pick that up next week. What am I waiting on? Because Courtney will be here for that one next week, so we will pick that up, and I'm sure that she will definitely be a better start our life together. Almost sure, I'm almost certain that she will be a very good person to talk to about the WhatsApp communicators. I'll let you comment, and then we'll see what the comment is. But yes, I am going to end it soon, very very soon. We're going to be done. Night, Jerry. I do like the heart. That's pretty cool. All right. In any case, I will see you guys in a week, if not before that. Thank you guys so much. It's always great talking to you guys on the chat, on the live stream. It's always great, always fun. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you guys again next week. But good night, guys. Thank you so much. We will see you guys next Saturday. Thank you. Good night.